Okay, so we're here with our Khaos. We were out yesterday. First time we had the Ice Age kit put on the front. And I was really impressed with that kit. Made it a lot funner. Sled to ride. I mean, the Khaos is fun already, but compared to our RMK, just the fun factor, just as far as popping the front, rolling it on its side, and kind of all the fun little maneuvers you can do on the Khaos, just made it a lot more fun to ride. So I was really impressed with the Ice Age kit. And yesterday we also, while we were out on the snow, we put the RMK Pro gears on this, the quick drive gears from the 13 to 15 Pros, and gears it down just a little bit. The stock gears on this, like I said, are I think 195 to 1. The Pro gears are 2.09 to 1, and it makes it a little more fun. It pops a little easier, gives you a little more low-end response. So today we're going to be putting on our QD2 gears, which will gear it down even more, and we're going to see what that does over what the gears we have already, and see what that even lower gear ratio is going to do for us. So we're going to put it in the trailer, put our QD2 gears on it. There's a couple tricks you got to do to put it on there, so because the gear's a little different, so you got to grind down a little bit on your backside of where your gear drive goes. So we're going to put it in the trailer. We're going to go install that. We're going to go ride it and see how much of a difference that makes on it. See if we like that lower gear ratio or not. Okay, so we're here in the trailer. We have our Khaos torn apart. We're going to put our QD2 gears in here. So let's go over the gearing a little bit again. We have our Pro gears here, and the Pro gears are 2144 with a 2.09 gear ratio. And when you put it on an Axis, you're going to use the stock Axis belt. Quick drive for the Axis are 2243, and they give you a 1.95 gear ratio. So the 2.9 gear ratio of the Pro gears, a little bit lower than the stock Axis quick drive gears. But both those, if you're going to put the Pro gears on or the Axis gears, they both are going to use the same length Axis belt. Now, if we go over to the QD2 gear, you can see we can almost fit the stock Axis gear inside of the QD2 gear is a lot bigger than the Axis gear, putting them side by side. So the Axis gear is a 50-tooth bottom gear for the QD2. The stock Axis is a 43 bottom gear, but we're going to use the same top gear as the Axis, the stock Axis uses with our QD2. So, but the QD2 is going to have a different belt. So QD2, you need the 50-tooth gear, a different belt, but you're going to use your stock Axis 1.95 gear ratio top gear to put this on. So we're going to go ahead and install this. Now there's one trick you got to know if you want to install the QD2 on an older Axis. You need to check this before you install the bottom gear. You can see here the bottom gear actually hits against the aluminum right there and right there. So I'm going to mark this with a marker. I'm going to take this off. So we're going to have to grind that there through there. Okay, so I've marked in black with Sharpie right here, down there, and around there, kind of the area we're going to have to take off. Now I'm going to use my Makita battery powered angle grinder since we're in my trailer trying to take this off. So we're going to get this guy in here. And we're going to try and just grind off that little corner. And then we're going to install our gear and see if it fits right. Okay, now that we've grinded this, we have the gear in place. You can see we've probably got about 1/8 of an inch of room between the backing plate for the belt drive and the bottom gear itself. And that's about what you want. You want enough room that that bottom gear is not going to rub on there. Okay, now there's two different ways most people install their quick drive belts. And there's a couple other ways in this, but this is the two ways I've done. One is you can put some zip ties on it that holds the belt real close to the gears, and you can usually slip it on that way. Another way to do it, you can build this little tool. There's a couple YouTube videos on how to build that. And then what you do is you put a opening wrench on this, and you can crank this like this, and it spreads that apart. I just keep that little tool with me with my extra belt in case I ever blow a belt, and I've never seen a quick drive belt blow. In the service manual, it says they have a 2,000 mile service interval on the belt. So those belts are going to last a long time. When the quick drive first came out, that first year, you're seeing some belt problems, but I really have not seen a quick drive belt let loose on an Axis. Even guys running turbos with 8-10 pounds of boost, I still haven't seen an Axis lose a quick drive belt. So they're going to last a long time. I still carry a spare. I know some people probably don't even more. So what we're going to do, we're going to pick this up, put it in here and install it. And we'll show you that here in just a second. Okay, so we got our belt all in our tool. And we're going to try and install these on the gears. Sometimes you need someone on the other side to turn the jack shaft just a little bit to get the gears lined up. Okay, we have both of our gears on now. Our Quick Drive 2, we got the Quick Drive 2 belt, and also we got new washers and new bolts to go on the Quick Drive gears. The new washers and bolts come with the bottom gear if you buy this Quick Drive 50-tooth bottom gear. We're also going to put these on with some blue Loctite, and then we'll torque these down to our Polaris spec, and then we'll put all this back together. We're going to go ride this thing, see how it feels. Okay, so now we got our Quick Drive 2 installed on our Khaos. Got our Ice Age spindles installed. We're going to go give this thing a spin. We still got the stock 2.6 155 track. I'm hoping this QD2 really helps pick up some of the laziness, you might say, on the bottom end. It makes it a little more peppy and fun and responsive on the bottom end. So let's go ride this. Super fun coming up that hill right there. The on and off throttle response is just phenomenal with the QD2 gears. Been riding around a bunch since I installed them for about, an hour or two. And just, so much fun. Anyway, definitely a plus, the QD2. Really good step above the Pro Ride gears with a 2.1 ratio essentially. And way better than the stock Axys Quick Drive gears. Just so much more responsive. The on and off throttle response is just so much better with the lower gears. I can hardly wait to get a track with a little more lug on it, because I was really digging deep. The skis were in the air. The 155 2.6, great track, but still for the snowy ride here in Utah, I just think I need more lug. To try and keep the front end down now. The front end is just kind of all over the place now and super fun. Skis in the air. Now we have to remember, when you install a QD2, Polaris senses the miles per hour off the jack shaft. So your jack shaft is going to spin faster with lower gears than your drive shaft. So it's going to look like you picked up a lot of miles per hour, but it's kind of a misnomer, because you're not really picking up as many miles an hour as you think, just because the jack shaft is spinning faster in relation to the drive shaft. We're going to go spin this around some more. Super fun sled. Highly recommend both the Ice Age spindles. Super fun to make the front end on your Khaos a lot more fun. And then the QD2 gears at lower gear ratio just adds to that. Two really great mods for your Khaos. You can also do them to your RMK. Should have about the same results. This is Rich from Mountain Sledder Garage. Hope you enjoyed this video. The next video, we're going to be changing out some tracks on this. Like I said, a 3-inch track, and then the Polaris 2.75. Probably install some Ice Age rails with those. And check with us next time. Remember, subscribe to the YouTube page. It's down here, a little red button. And we'll see you next time at Mountain Sledder Garage.